They remain the only nonprofit offering safe houses in Idaho for adult sex trafficking survivors. But they now face a federal investigation over allegations of Medicaid fraud. When Idaho Community Outreach Behavioral Services, or Idaho COBS, was formed in 2014, they relied completely on donations to provide services and resources to victims of sex trafficking. Then last fall, the nonprofit decided to dip into some available state and federal funding to help them pay for their expanding staff who operate the safe houses COBS began opening in 2020. They currently have 3 in the Treasure Valley, and they have provided housing for more than 100 women over that time. However, it's those houses and those who work there that have gotten Idaho COBS into the situation and the investigation they are in today. A few former residents and employees claim COBS management uses manipulating and controlling tactics. They told their stories to Investigate West, another nonprofit, an investigative media company based in Seattle, who published a 5-part series. The tactics, well, those are one thing, but when they revealed the Medicaid fraud allegations, that's when the feds got involved. And Aspen Shumpert spoke with Idaho COBS today about those allegations. Aspen?
Brian, the investigation has to do with the billing between COBS and the for-profit company offering mental health services. The leader of the Idaho COBS told me today they strongly encourage counseling for women living in the safe houses. Director Paula Bartholomew says Idaho COBS sends their clients to a variety of clinics for treatment, but Advanced Clinic Trauma Services, also known as ACTS, is the clinic it uses for their mental health services, and the clinic is owned by Bartholomew's son, Tyler Bell. Bartholomew says she worked as a consultant and helped start it. She says Idaho COBS continues to send a majority of their women to ACTS because they feel their therapists and case managers are well versed in treating victims and survivors of sex trafficking.
For us, we have very clear lines, we have very clear policies, we keep everything very separate. I've stepped clear out of being a consultant, right? We've made our things there. We were grassroots. Was it probably messed up a little bit to begin with and trying to separate it all out? It probably was in the beginning.
Bartholomew says about 85% of the women living in the houses receive services at ACTS, and she doesn't see it as a conflict of interest or unethical because Idaho COBS and ACTS are separate. But Investigate West reports former employees and clients allege the lines between the two are blurry, and Bartholomew still helps operate ACTS. Women who lived in the safe house told Investigate West they were forced into counseling sessions at ACTS, and ACTS billed Medicaid for services victims never received. Former ACTS workers told Investigate West, per Bartholomew's instruction, caseworkers would bill Medicaid for driving clients short distances. Investigate West reports that is not allowed under federal regulations, but Bartholomew says these allegations are not true.
The U.S. Department, whoever can come in, it doesn't mean there's fraud. I'm 100% sure there's no fraud. I'm 100% confident there is no fraudulent behavior happening. Absolutely not. So we stand strong where we are, and so do our partners.
While COBS can't bill Medicaid, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services is investigating both organizations for Medicaid fraud, and the Idaho Attorney General's office confirms they are assisting. Bartholomew believes this will be cleared up, and the allegations are coming from former house guests and employees, some upset over being kicked out or fired. She says this has impacted them financially, and since the articles came out, donors have backed out. Brian, I also reached out to COBS, but as of right now, I haven't gotten a statement from them.
Okay, so this is the point where you have to say these are just allegations. They're just investigating somebody's claim. No charges have been filed, and we don't know if and when any will be.
That's correct. And I also want to say this is specifically for the Medicaid fraud allegations. Right. So the other ones that are outlined in the article, I haven't got confirmation on if those are going to be investigated at any time.
You have talked to a few of these former residents, though, right?
I have, yes. Yeah.
Well, we'll see what they have to say, and maybe we can dig a little further into this. All right, Thank you very much, Aspen.